It's late. Um, I'm actually up. Well, I was up working out after the day is done with taking care of business at home. Still got to take care of myself, right? Um, so I was on a treadmill going through my workout routine, and I listened to some praise and worship music, and I'm just rejoicing. I'm praying in my heavenly language, and my spirit man just shifted, and I began to weep. And but it definitely not tears of sorrow or pain, but just a release of joy. There was a song I was listening to. Oh, how he loves me. My pastor, my spiritual father, and my father. Me and him were just talking about certain praise and worship songs that just take you there. Man, I just want to say that it does not matter what we're doing, what we have going on in our life, no matter what the season may bring us at this time. God can get to you at any point in time. God can release a wealth of joy over your life. God can release spiritual cleansing over your life. God can, and He is, even right now for me, I can say this. He is just accelerating me, to heights and levels in my relationship and in my walk with Him that I never could have imagined. I got arrested on the treadmill by the Holy Spirit. Let me just put it like that. I might as well have hit the stop button, on what I had planned on doing, because when God moves in, when God has something He's working on you, concerning your church or concerning your household, concerning you in general, no matter what, when God is ready to move, it's sudden. You have to pay attention to what God is telling you. Normally when I work out, just going to be real with you, I'll turn on some Christian rap. In particular, I might turn on some Christian rap, chopped and screwed, so I can get into my rhythm. But, I've been listening to prayers this evening, and obviously there's no rhythm about that, but that's just where God has been taking me, this evening at 12:30. Well, I started at about 10:45. And, the next thing after I finish listening to prayers, then I move over and I start listening to praise and worship music. And I'm telling you, as I listen to the words and they start to take me back to when I should have been taken out, there was this love that brought me back in. And I began to reflect upon the good. I began to reflect on the goodness of God. And when I was rejecting Him, when I was snatching away, when I refused to accept the truth, and I grafted into, I started pulling toward a lie, He still loved me. There's so much that I want to say. I don't think there's enough battery life on my phone to say it. I'll leave you with this. Engage your worship. Engage your time alone with God. Thank you, Holy Spirit. When you hear God say, pray. Pray. When you hear God say, listen to some praise and worship music, listen. When you hear God say, stop what you're doing and go hit your knees, go get on your face, go. Do it quickly, because God is looking for not the sacrifice. He's not looking for the works. God is looking for obedience. See, He can work through that vehicle of obedience. He can work through us. He can work with us when we're diligently seeking His face. And seeking His face means obedient. Seeking His face equals obedience. Okay? Sometimes we want to do whatever we have planned. I had an agenda tonight. I was going to do an hour cardio. I was going to take in some protein after that because I've already done my weightlifting. I was going to call it a night, but God turns things for a reason. And I'm so glad he did, because there is this heaviness that has been coming up on me and trying to work against me. I'm set to minister this Sunday, and the enemy has really been trying to, bring fear upon me. But, it's not of God when you start fear. God does not give a spirit of fear. So I have been kind of wrestling back and forth, a bit. I pray it off, but the enemy keeps bringing it back to me. But God simply told me, he interrupted what I wanted to do. He interrupted what I thought I needed to do. Maybe I just need to blow off some steam. Maybe I just need to work out. He came in, he interrupted, and I'm so glad he did. And I just thought I need to share this with somebody out there. We get so tied up and we get so busy and we get so geared toward what we need to do. Be it work or be it dealing with the kids, or dealing with the spouse. Some of us are in school, homework, whatever the case, whatever the thing may be. We get so busy and focused on those things, we forget the voice of the Lord, or we start ignoring the voice of the Lord. And you keep ignoring, and it gets quieter and quieter until you don't hear it anymore. So for whoever this is for, I don't know, keep an open ear, pay attention. When God speaks, we move. And there's a blessing in obedience. There's a blessing in moving when he says move. There is a blessing and there is an acceleration when we break away from what we want to do, and when we're obedient and when we're happy about being obedient. God likes not just a cheerful giver as it pertains to finance, but giving of your time, giving God the time that he requests of you. Sometimes it's Johnny on the spot. Sometimes it's quick. Sometimes it's out of the blue. Sometimes, like I said, it interrupts. But man, he is so perfect and he is so true. He is so righteous. And all of our plans, all of our plans, everything that we set our hands to do, it does not mount up. It does not measure up to the plans that he has for us. And he's already seen it to the end. So why would we be disobedient? Why would we say, oh God, I'm going to do what you want me to do later? Right now, I got this going. God, I appreciate you speaking to me, but as soon as you start throwing that but in there, or that what if, God, well, can I do it later? He's a gentleman. He's not going to keep pressing on you. He's not going to keep pushing on you. And that came up in my mind while I was on the treadmill. Literally, I said, oh, God, I really want to turn on some Christian rap. God, I really want to just go ahead and get this run out of the way. And once I'm done, I'll pray. But no, I've learned that being swift to obey, being swift to being obedient, man, it pays off beyond what I can even comprehend now and understand now. It pays off in peace. It pays off in removing the weights that come against us and try to afflict us on a daily basis. It pays off and just comprehension and understanding those things that I'm concerned about. Those things like tonight, there are some things that have been going through my mind. I was concerned about. There's, like I said, the enemy, trying to bring a spirit of fear on me, concerning what I have been tasked to release on Sunday, in ministry. But God, in his goodness and his favor for me, and it's amazing how he not only will he interrupt, but he will never interrupt without purpose. He will never interrupt without reasoning. I have not seen it as of yet. He's been so faithful to always not just meet up, but go above and beyond what I'm expecting of him. And it's a faith builder. Let me let you go. Be blessed. I just thought I would share. Somebody needed to see this, and I thank God I was able to. Y'all, sweet dreams. God bless you. Love y'all. Bye.